Just learn today, it's bridge made simple.
In general, my thinking is with a two suiter, I open one. So I would open one spade, but there's nothing wrong with two clubs. And the reason I do it with a two suitor, one spade is, I mean, I don't expect it to go pass, pass, pass. There's so much shape out there. It's just almost impossible for it to go pass, pass, pass. So I expect to be jump in diamonds next, and that is forcing. So one spade something, and I'm going to jump shift in diamonds. And I'm afraid if I open two clubs and they three, I might run out of space. I might not get to show both suits. So in general, with a two suiter, I open one. Now, if you make one of those singletons an ace, that's just too much. I'd open two clubs, but I think a lot of people would open two clubs with this hand. I would guess the majority would open two clubs.
Yeah, I think it's right on the borderline. The nice thing about this hand, if you switch the two suits, there's no chance you would open two clubs because you can't bid your suits enough. Um, but when you have spades as your long suit and a secondary minor, you have more room, a little bit more room to bid everything out.
Yeah,
Um,
Michael, make that change. Take the X off the spades and put it onto the diamonds. That hand, I would definitely open one diamond and then dump spades and then bid spades again, because that's a great. Whereas if I open two clubs, I'm going to run out of room. So, if you switch it, I would definitely open one diamond.
yeah, the key with all these weird hands is to just make sure you plan your auction before you open the bidding. Because you can't just be like, oh, this is a great hand and open two clubs, and then your partner bids two diamonds, and you sit there and you stare and you think, oh, it's too late at this point to undo. So just make sure that you're making a plan in the auction.
I
Uh,
just want to say that Larry, that's the way I was taught to do it. And so I opened one spade and unfortunately everybody passed, but maybe because it was a 7.99 game, but also because of the layout of the hand, there really wasn't anything for anyone else to bid, I think.
yeah,
And you made four.
I made four, yeah.
Oh well. Yeah,
that's fine.
that could certainly happen.
A couple people opened four spades, but I don't like to do that either.
That's not,
That's not a possibility. You're entering way, way too strong.
yeah.
You're going to miss a slam. Partner would never expect this
Yeah.
much. It's either one spade or two clubs. The four spades is not a good bid.
And
I guess it turned out better than one spade.
but that's always the thought that we should have is, when we do this, when you're watching us go over these, there's some lots of real deals, or if you look at Larry and I both comment on the common game, when you're dealt with real hands, there's usually more than one possible way, but you want to be choosing among the ways that we're saying, oh, you could do this or this. Don't be choosing a third thing, right?
Yeah.
So here, four spades is not an acceptable
All right.
option,
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
I have a
even though it worked
question.
out in this deal.
Can I ask the question about this hand?
Sure.
If you go back to putting moving one of those X's down to the diamonds,
Okay.
well, maybe the more generic question is if you're a hand like this and you're six in a minor and five of a major, I always thought that you'd be better off opening the major and then showing the minor because you might run out of space. But maybe if the hand is strong enough, do you do the minors or
Well,
can you understand my question?
yeah, there's
Yes, but
two.
I'm gonna put up a link here because I've written about that.
Yeah,
Let me put it into the chat. I could even put up the article. I'll put it into the chat.
there's two things that matter here that are really important because this is a very hard one to generalize because you can't just say a major and a minor because there's a very big difference between having clubs and spades as your two suits versus having clubs and hearts because you have to
Right.
imagine what your partner is going to bid. So imagine like if you have a random 6, 5, 13 count with clubs and spades,
Hmm.
right?
Mhm.
We know how the auction's going to go. We're going to open a club. I only give us 10 points, but I would open this hand anyway.
Right.
I would open this hand as a club, and my partner's going to bid a heart, and I'm going to bid a spade. And then my partner's going to bid something, and I'm going to bid two spades. And it's nice and easy and no problem. But if you switch it to so that this is clubs and hearts and a singleton spade, you immediately are going to have a problem because it's going to go a club, pass, a spade, and suddenly the heart suit is nowhere to be found.
Right.
So
You'd
you
have to
absolutely
reverse.
right, because if you bid two hearts, you have this. That's a reverse. It shows a stronger strength hand than this. So you do have to be very careful about which suits we're talking about. In
Right.
general, if you're going to have a rebid problem, so if you have hearts, which is where we're really going to have the rebid problems as your
Mhm.
major, you're more likely to fudge and open a heart than you are to open a spade. When spades, you can almost always rebid on the one level.
Right.